Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubians, my Spacians. Now, frankly, I wouldn't be talking about this, but someone asked me a question about sexual intercourse. I knew this is a personal video, and no, it's not all about sex. It's about fears. Now, I'm going to try to break it down and make it as fast as possible for the upload. Now, sex to me is, well, confusing. I've never been into sex. Personally, I am a virgin. Mind you, I don't tell many people this because it's none of their damn business. I'm not ashamed, I'm just afraid. My mother raised me with the notion of sex is easy to do with masturbation, because I'm transgendered. With Playboy, being learning disabled, Playboy would be more easier for to learn. She'd go out and subscribe from the ages of 11 to 18, and then from 18 to whatever, I don't remember, 22, I was buying it on my own or something, or longer. Got rid of it recently, a few years ago, but I used to have Playboy as a thing for the birds and the bees. Look at women's tatas, look at women's vaginas. That was it, you know? Nowadays, I don't even look at magazines. My uncle, on the other hand, has got some porn around here. He's left, so he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use it to jack off when I'm here. Since I can't do the Playboy, which I won't let him because I'm afraid they'll get gooey still, so. And most of them aren't attractive to me anymore either, so. Now, mind you, she asked me why I'm afraid of sex. Well, for one, I was raised differently. While everyone was out getting laid, like my little stepbrother and everyone else, I was shy of girls, basically. Besides that, I'm transgendered, so trying to be myself is more important than going out and getting laid. I could have had certain people, but out here, like a friend of mine said, why don't you find a girl and maybe, do the mambo. Frankly, it ain't gonna happen because, frankly, I got Aaron. We're companions, just close friends and companions. We're not sexually active. We will never be active. I don't like meat. I don't like meat poles. Like, he thinks he should stick it in me, and after surgeries, it's just, I like women, but I'm the type of person that I like a woman's body. I like women's breasts. I like women's vaginas, but I'm not going to go and do the tonguing. I'm not going to use a strap-on. I'm not going to go muff diving. I'm not going to go suck man's meat poles or lick it or, I am just myself. There could be someone who's pure in the sense of not sexually active. Now, someone asked me, well, what do I do for sex? Well, technically, since I still have the meat pole, I do it every 5 to 7 days. I fix myself, depending on, fixing it as in masturbation. But I'm not proud of it. It's just something that I do sometimes when I'm in the mood. I don't have a sex drive. I've never had a drive. I've had probably 3 wet dreams in my entire life. Other than that, none. Even before hormones, it was 1. So, my point is I'm like a pure paladin, a holy knight that just is not interested. I know I want children too, because I want to raise a family, but I know that won't happen because I don't think there's any little fishies left. But I'm just afraid of women because, well, rejection, and I haven't found the right one. And besides that, if I found the right one, I might do something, but I haven't. I had a transgender partner. We were lovers from 1998 to 2002. She died. Suicide. I was back here like family. So technically, I found Aaron. They're transgendered. they won't go through the sex change now because the hormones were doing some damage to them. They die at 35 is what they're figuring, and the doctor said, so they got off hormones. Me, I'm staying on hormones, but like I said, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of rejection. I'm afraid that being taken advantage of in a relationship. So I have Aaron. I mean, I really do like women more. I get along with women. I don't know if I get along with transgendered women much. Most of the ones I've met out on MySpace, I'd say only 2 of them were worth my time. The rest are stuck up and who think that they're the bombshell and they don't give a damn about anyone but their looks. So frankly, somewhere around here, never mind. Probably out in the other room or in my safe. But anyways, I was gonna say that some of these ones that are stuck up, who think highly of themselves over being normal. I mean, I go everywhere in town. It's ma'am this, ma'am that. I go into the bigger town. It's miss this, miss that. I can get into a conversation with a stranger, and it's like, oh yeah, isn't that great, ma'am? Whereas them, it's, well, I'm not a sir. Blah blah blah. I mean, I could wear this hat and go around town and people know me as, well, the girl that wears the Santa hat, the girl that wears the army beret, the girl that, I mean, I know a lot of people in town. It's like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I need this, blah, 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 cool, blah, blah, blah. Whereas them, it's like, well, I'm not a man, I'm a woman, look at my boobs. And it's like, so, technically, they're more hung up on their looks. Therefore, I don't know. Fifi, my Australian counterpart, I live in Australia. She wasn't hung up on her looks. She was always down to earth, open-minded, loved like me. Whereas these ones, it's like, well, look at me. I'm 22. I've been on hormones 6 years. I'm gorgeous. And look at my tatas. And I can get men. Or, the ones, mind you, someone's going to find the videos anyways. But if you check MySpace, I barbecued a few trannies for wanting to use MySpace for free sex changes, which again, in my opinion, is just downright wrong to find friends. MySpace is the setup for friends. You don't just sit there and be like, well, I lost my job and I need a free sex change. So like I said in the video, and you'll find it there too, me saying cock the hammer back or the slide back of the gun and because you don't die from being transgendered. I mean, if I could live 10, 11, almost 12 years, whatever it is, full time, you people could live full time as without committing suicide. Hell, I'm an idiotic, moronic person, people tell me, where I'm going to be living in the bush of Texas where there's going to be muley deer mules, right here, good old mule deers or muleys. There's going to be old pronghorns, which I can hunt. Antelope. Then there's going to be old whiteies, whitetail hunting. What does that tell you? That tells you, my friends, that I'm more insane than some people because I want to live off the grid, live off the land. I know where to get hair removal, which is hard in this town. I know where to go to get hormones. I can get back and forth to Washington when I need to see my hormone specialist. But the point is I want out of my state. I want to live in a tent. I want to be a hermit. Therefore, I am unique. Therefore, even if I wanted to have a woman, I am afraid to because, well, my viewpoints are I want to be a hermit. I am afraid of women. I am actually afraid of rejection more so than anything. So I don't even pursue sexual intercourse. With that said, I need to edit this and upload it before my hand gives away to the arthritis because it's a trackball. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to post comments and questions in the question box. Thank you and good night, everyone.